One of those pertains to the fact that, yes, the Switch 2 has been hacked. It is
I'm the angry vigilante here to fight the fight, breaking down the walls in the dead of night. No room for player essence or your fake parade. Holmes Smith, your empire's about to fade. Your empire's about to fade.
Wow, wow. Say it isn't so there, Primey. And weren't some of you fanboys saying it was going to take forever to hack the system? Well, let's get into it.
official. It is real, or at least it looks like it's real. It's really hard to verify, but
Oh, it's real. I mean, it's the first step to hacking the system to be able to mod it. It's not like you could take it fully over and do the home brewing on it, but no, it's been hacked. It's been successfully hacked.
it does look like the Switch 2 has been hacked, and we have to talk about what that means and how far away are we from this?
I would say about a year. I mean, I'm not going to hack my system. I'm not going to mod it, so it doesn't really matter. But if I had to make a guess, I would say about a year.
Hack leading to like, oh my God, now homebrew is there and games are being dumped.
And I know that you're just so excited for that to happen, Primey, aren't you? You're seething at the opportunity for that.
Stuff that consumers care about, whether you're a consumer of homebrew and hacking systems and backing up games, or
Well, maybe if Nintendo doesn't enjoy people hacking the systems or modding it, maybe Nintendo should give people a way to be able to back up their games. I mean, they paid for the games. If they want to back them up onto the PC, that's none of Nintendo's business.
you're a good old pirate out there flying on the high seas, or you're just concerned.
I love how everybody is sitting there starts saying the high seas or the seven seas. You know what? Maybe I didn't start it, but I don't remember many people using those terms as often until I started.
About game leaks for things like Donkey Kong Bonanza, Dust Bloods next year, and other games. Now,
You know, I don't have no facts on this one, so this is just a rumor in my opinion, but I'm pretty certain that those leaks also are happening from insider information, just saying.
besides that, we also have some news because there's been a lot of teardowns of the systems, and we learned some things about the control sticks and some positive news.
Oh yeah, I can't wait until we find out about those piece of crap joysticks you were talking about.
Let's talk about the hack. So this David Buchanan guy,
Good job to you, sir. Now, I'm not going to sit there and talk about the whole piracy of things. I want this system to get hacked so we can data mine the games. So we can know for certain if Nintendo is telling us the truth. Like when it comes to Mario Kart World, supposedly they remade everything from ground up. That's one reason why it's supposed to be so expensive. I want to know if that's actually true because it ain't the first time Nintendo has said stuff like that and lied.
says he did a userland ROP on day one, and you can see it running here. There's a little frame buffer graphic running in the top corner. He claims he couldn't full screen this because the frame rate would tank. Now,
Like I said, I know nothing about the hacking and modding scene, so I have no idea what this is really doing.
look, full disclosure here, I am a scrub.
Oh yeah, trust me, we all remember that one, what you did, Primey.
I know nothing about the modding scene. I know some stuff about hacking, but knowing how to hack some things is far different than me being able to hack like a piece of hardware. I'm used to like,
Okay, true. Please continue. Get on with the point. I don't got all damn day.
oh, you want to like hack a piece of software or something. And so I don't really know what this means other than it is a hack.
From what I've been hearing, it's the first step towards fully hacking the system.
So I'm relying on others. So I want to let you know I am outside my bounds. So I just want to give some context I at least saw online. So this was over on the our Nintendo Reddit. This is where I originally saw it.
Well, hey, just make sure you put that it's a rumor if you can't verify it.
This person says, is a user land ROP exploit unless they take it to another stage? It's just that. This guy says, can you please elaborate more? What are the implications? And Whelpsai says this. ROP means essentially that he managed to hijack the control flow of the program he was running.
Which, like I've been hearing from people that are way more knowledgeable about hacking and modding than I know anything about, it is the first step to fully hacking the system.
So that it could run pieces of other code already in memory. Basically running tiny pieces of the software Nintendo wrote in an order, and that way that they just didn't intend it to run.
Sounds about right. Like I said, I know nothing about this.
But it doesn't allow arbitrary code, and it can't yet, if ever, take over the whole device.
Oh, most likely it will. Don't worry. One day that will happen, and I think it might happen pretty damn soon because I don't think this one is that much different than a Switch. It looks like a Switch Pro. It feels like a Switch Pro. It does not sit there and indicate that this is actually a new console or next gen. Sorry to tell you, Primey.
It could be an entry point to another attack or not. So essentially, it's a very minor way of getting into the system, but you're just running
Come on, Primey. It's the first step here.
Nintendo's code a little bit out of order. You're not actually getting in and injecting your own code. And while this hack,
Well, that doesn't just generally happen. You don't just hack something right off the bat. Usually you have to do this. From what I've been hearing, I don't know, this is not factual, but from what I've been hearing and the rumors I hear, this is how you start off doing stuff.
could be the beginning. This absolutely could be the beginning that leads to the system being fully hacked.
And I can't wait for that because I want these games to be data mined. I want to know, did they actually use brand new assets, rebuild everything from the ground up for Mario Kart World like some fanboys are trying to tell me?
It might not be. This might not be the method to get in. And right now, you can't actually do anything. It's not like they're injecting their own code. Not like they're putting homebrew on.
Oh, but it's coming there, Primey, and I know you can't wait for that.
It's just the beginning. And look, these ROP hacks are fairly popular from when I was able to Google search online. They happen on pretty much every piece of hardware. So,
And to my knowledge, from what I've heard, there is not a single console out there that does not eventually get hacked. I could be wrong, but was there ever a console that was never hacked?
I'm not going to sit here and panic over it as a consumer that just doesn't want things leaked online.
Oh, Primey, that's not the only reason. Come on, you don't want the piracy to happen either. Be honest.
Also, this person was able to factory reset it and still use it. Nintendo did not brick their system.
Hey, that's very good. Everybody was worried that this was going to happen. I'm pretty certain some of the fanboys were also pushing out there that it was going to brick the system if they did that.
Maybe because he was only executing Nintendo's own code rather than any sort of custom code.
It was probably because he never went online, because how is Nintendo going to know if you do something like that if you're not connected to the internet?
Either way, I'm just going to sit here and go, yeah, the Nintendo Switch 2 has been hacked. Cool. You want to own me on the internet over it? Go right ahead. I already admitted the story I reported on was wrong.
Hey, I will give you props for doing that. At least you sat there and admitted that you were wrong, unlike one of your other brethren. Not going to say no names, but we all know who I'm referring to. Your other brethren definitely doesn't understand the essence in this situation.
And I already admitted that I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But hey, you know what? It's been hacked. It's just kind of a useless hack right now, as nothing can really be done with it. But maybe someday something will.
I wouldn't exactly say it's useless at the moment. This is how all the hacks start, from what I've been told. Like I said, I don't know nothing about the whole hacking thing.
Now we gotta get to another story about game key cards, and I hope this is the last time we have to talk about it, but that's because
Oh, come on, Primey. That's some wishful thinking on your part. There is no way this is the last time we're ever going to sit here and hear about game key cards. You know damn well because of Nintendo they're here to say. So don't sit there and act like this is going to be your last time. You know far from it that it's not going to be. But if you want it to be the last time, guess what? You Nintendo people, stand up and fight. Push back. It's not very hard.
developers are thanking Nintendo for them. So game key card might upset gamers, but one insider says publishers are thanking Nintendo.
Of course they're thinking Nintendo because now they get to sit there and buy a really cheap game key card thing instead of actually buying the card itself. But part of that is Nintendo's fault because they only give them one choice, a 64 gigabyte cartridge. They should have went for lower ones, and if they still didn't sit there and choose to put it on a physical cartridge, then you guys should have sat there and fought. But like I've said before, Nintendo people have no fight in them.
So as we go down here, it says, gamers have been quite miffed with game key cards, as many think
Well, obviously not enough of them.
this is just the way the industry is going. It sucks. I hate, all digital future, even though I accepted it on PC a long time ago. But whatever. Let's get into some.
And this is why we're in the situation we're in. Pretty much physical media is gone on the PC. Well, it's completely gone on the PC. It's almost gone on PlayStation. It's pretty much gone on Xbox. You guys were the last bastion of hope. But unfortunately, Nintendo has broke you guys so much to the point you guys have no damn fight left in you.
One thing that's not listed there, as it says, is the Joy-Con 2. And you might go, why isn't the Joy-Con 2 listed? Well,
Oh yes, Primey, please explain why these glorious new Joy-Cons are not on the repair list. I want to hear.
it probably is because the Joy-Con 2 will be having free repairs, just like on Joy-Con 1.
Oh, they better, especially from what I've been hearing. I don't know if he goes into in this video, but in the video he does talk about that the controllers are almost the same as the original Joy-Con controllers from the first Switch.
And that's actually good guy Nintendo. What's not so good is why you might need those repairs.
Probably because they were nothing more than a piece of junk, just like the Switch 1 Joy-Con controllers were. And I don't know if it was you, but there were a bunch of Nintendo fanboys saying, oh no, these ones are way better quality. Please explain.
And that is because, let's get this out of the way. We obviously knew they weren't Hall Effect or TMR.
Oh, no shit, because that's what Nintendo said. And I don't know if it was you, but there were a bunch of Nintendo fanboys making it seem like, oh yeah, these are way premium of quality.
But what we didn't realize, this is an actual Switch 2 stick broken down, is that it's the exact same mechanism. You can see it here.
Oh, which means we're probably going to get stick drift, just like with the other ones.
It's the same mechanism as we had on the Nintendo Switch 1. Now,
oh, you don't say. Please tell me you're going to push back against this. Please tell me you're going to hold Nintendo to the fire.
these are a little bit smaller, and this is a little different in the middle. So there are some micro adjustments to how the stick works. And I can say, based on my own hands-on, the sticks do feel better and smoother.
I will actually agree with them. They do feel better on the outside. Okay, my cousin let me try hers out, and yeah, it does actually feel better. They do look better. They do feel better. On the outside, it does feel like a premium quality product. But apparently on the inside, they definitely cut corners for that one.
But it still can be using that core mechanism. That's what it looks like. And that core mechanism is what led to Joy-Con drift. Now, these micro adjustments they made, not only have they improved the feel of the sticks, maybe they have fixed the drift problem.
You give Nintendo way too much goodwill, Primey.
It is something we're not going to know for probably 6 months to a year if we see Joy-Con 2 drift start popping up.
I hope we don't, but most likely we will. Well, that's it for my reaction. Let me know down in the comments if you agree with me or not. Please like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, stay vigilant.
For the consumer's law.